What's up, guys? RGT85 here, reporting from the desk area. So obviously this is a bit of a different style of video. I don't know if I'll ever do one like this again, but if you enjoy it, maybe I will. So today's video, I wanted to talk about a situation that's been going on basically with YouTube and a channel called WatchMojo. As you can tell by the title of the video, it is called, "Is WatchMojo Stealing from Gaming YouTubers?" And it's been a situation that's been around for quite a while, honestly. I'm going to just basically talk about two different situations, one that happened a few months ago and one that happened very recently. And as you can tell by the title of the video, it's a question. I'm not going to give a definitive answer. I'm simply here to present the facts, present some history of what's happened, and present basically my open thoughts about the situation, but I'm not here to steer you one way or the other. I want you guys to decide based on basically what I show you. So if you're not familiar with WatchMojo, which I'm sure you are because they have, at the time of this video, 16 million subscribers, they basically do a lot of top 10 stuff. They do top 10 lists for movies, TV, music, and video gaming. And the video gaming part has become a big part of their channel. At the time of this video, they have gotten 179 million views in the past 30 days. So this is obviously a large company, a large corporation, but there have been instances where people have accused them of stealing stuff from their YouTube channel, because in the grand scheme of things, you know, when you see a channel with 86,000 subscribers like mine, a lot of people think, oh, that's a big channel. But in the grand scheme of things, when there's channels like with 16 million, you know, these corporate channels are definitely way bigger than we are. They have a much louder voice, they have much more resources, and they have teams of people, whereas a lot of us are just individuals. So the first situation I want to talk about is a situation that happened back in August of 2017 with a YouTuber named Guru Larry. Now, Guru Larry makes very good content. I can't say he doesn't make very good content. It's very engaging, informative, and interesting stuff. Very good editing, a really good channel. Personal feelings aside, I'm not going to include personal feelings in this because Guru Larry has had, you know, run-ins with some of my friends. I was involved in a small situation with him, but personal feelings aside, he makes good content. There's nothing negative I can say about his content. And Guru Larry made a video basically talking about system sales. He does a lot of stuff called Fact Hunt, where he basically tries to find obscure gaming facts and present them in a manner that nobody has presented them before. And he did a video talking about system sales for a system, and he sort of embellished the numbers in that video because he was the first one to put a concrete number on a system sale. He was the first one to say, this is how many units it sold. So it was his number. In the world of research, that's his number. It's the number he came up with. So nobody else can come along and say, oh, well, it sold this amount of systems without saying from Guru Larry, because he's the one who created the number based on his research. And then a few days later, WatchMojo released a video actually using the same information that Guru Larry had put in his video. And that started a whole big storm of controversy because Guru Larry said, well, you know, I kind of embellished that number. So where did you get that number? Because I pretty much came up with it on my own. And it turned into a big situation. And what ended up happening was they took the video down that used Guru Larry's information. They never cited him in the video. They never did anything like that. And the reason that they came along and said, we're taking this video down, is not necessarily because they took information from him, but because they took wrong information from him. And they sent him a very cheeky response. Some highlights include, you shouldn't do this on your own channel. It'll hurt you in the long run. Had you not included false information in your video, we would have just acknowledged your complaint, apologized, and we are apologizing regardless, to be clear. Included a credit and link to your video, in the comment section, and in description. But they never really said, hey, we took this from you. They never really said where they got this information from. And you can look when Guru Larry actually put this up on his Twitter, other YouTubers spoke out and they said, you know, I've had stuff taken. Lazy Game Reviews, which is a great channel as well, said that they took footage from him. They took some on-camera footage of him showing stuff in his game room. They did at least credit my channel, but they never asked for permission in the first place. And that's actually pretty interesting because you're taking someone's footage of their game room and using it in your video without any sort of permission. I'm sure if you would have asked him, this wouldn't have been a problem, but no, you didn't do that. And so the video ended up getting taken down, and I remember Top Hat Gaming Man actually did a video on the situation. I'll put a link to that in the description box down below if you want to see that. It was just a very, very curious thing. And obviously they were in the wrong here because they used that information without citing, without saying anything, and just falsified it as their own information. But this next situation just happened a day ago, actually, and it hits a lot closer to home because this is someone I consider a friend, DreamcastGuy. Once again, I'm going to take personal feelings aside out of this equation. I'm just looking at what happened, what the facts were, and what ended up happening on WatchMojo's side that makes me suspicious about this situation. So Max did a video talking about the top 10 biggest lies in gaming. And 2 days later, on a Saturday, Max uploaded his top 10 on Thursdays. That's when he does his top 10s. 2 days later, WatchMojo did a very, very, very similar video. And SpawnWave has actually put together a little bit of a presentation talking about, you know, how they use some of the quotes from Max's video.
You could see an acorn fall off a tree, land in the dirt, and then that would actually grow into its own tree over the course of years of playing.
Gone were things like being able to plant a tree and watch it grow over the lifespan of your character, for instance.
When it comes to rocky console launches, none is probably better known than the release of the Xbox One.
The Xbox One had a rocky start, to say the least.
They used 5 of the 10 topics in Max's video, and it just felt very similar. The timing of it feels very similar. So Max, understandably, was upset about this situation, as anyone would be. As a content creator, as an individual content creator who does YouTube full-time, like myself, like Max, like SpawnWave, our content is what we have. This puts food on our table. This, you know, pays the bills for us. For someone to come along and make a video, for someone big to come along and make a video that feels very, very similar to something you just created, uses a lot of things that are similar in the video, and then uses quotes in that video, I believe you have a right to be upset about that. Anyone would be upset about that because it's your content, it's your creation. People do similar videos all the time. I have done very similar videos to other YouTubers, but I don't ever feel like the video is a one-to-one copy. When I am doing a video on a subject that I know one of my friends is doing, like say Wood is doing a video, I will not watch Wood's video until my video is done. And then I will watch Wood's video to see just how similar it is. And 9.9 times out of 10, although the topic may be the same, although the title may be the same, the content is actually completely different. But in this case, there was a lot of similarities. So looking at SpawnWave's video, there are a lot of similarities between these two topics, which, you know, could be a coincidence. I'm not here to blindly bash WatchMojo. I'm simply here to state the facts of the situation. But it was the actions after the fact that really struck me as odd. So Max obviously took to the defense. He made a video talking about how he felt WatchMojo took his content, and he presented some facts in the video, and the video was taken down pretty abruptly, and I was pretty confused as to why. So I contacted Max, and he basically said that WatchMojo threatened him legally about his rant video, and that's where the problem really begins for me, because like I said, this is a massive company, and for a massive company to go after an individual content creator who has about 90,000 subscribers, even if this video gets, you know, 100 to 200,000 views talking about the subject, talking about how you feel that you were wronged, what position do you have to threaten legal recourse over that because of his opinion on the subject? That's what it all boils down to. It's just his opinion. In his opinion, you took a lot of stuff from his video. And just the way the company went about it, and looking back at the Guru Larry situation, you know, I work, although RGT 85 is an independent thing, this is my baby, this is all on me, I work for a large gaming company, Enthusiast Gaming, as an independent worker. They are a large company. They're putting on the largest expo in Canadian history for gaming right now. And looking at the PR side of things, you know, people come at them all the time with accusations and things of this nature. And I'm good friends with the PR guy, and I'm always like, I would say this and just get him. And he's like, No, you can't do that. You're a large corporation. You have to have some decorum. You have to have some tact. You have to have some common sense with this. And it just seems like WatchMojo gets immediately on the defensive. They made Max take his video down and basically threatened him with legal action. Why would you do that if you're completely in the right? If your video was indeed being worked on for months in advance like you had stated to Max, why would you threaten such legal recourse over a video that might get 100 to 200,000 views? You get 178 million in a month. This is a flash in the pan for you. This isn't going to affect you in any way. Is there some sort of guilt that you're feeling? I don't understand that sort of course of action. Yes, I attack people sometimes, but I am an individual. I'm not representing a company when I do that. I'm representing myself. It's my personal feelings. We need look back to the Finebros situation. Finebros with the React videos, another huge YouTube channel. They got in a situation with 8-Bit Eric a couple years ago where they made him take down a reaction video. And it started the whole, where's the fair use movement. And I made a video on that. It was a scathing video where I just cussed a lot and threw middle fingers around at the Finebros. And, it was what it was. It was how I felt on the situation. To me, it's like a company coming along, like I give a bad review of a Nintendo game or a Sony game, and then Nintendo or Sony comes along and says, you need to take this video down. I don't like it. Like, where do we draw the line here, folks? If WatchMojo simply made a mistake, it was simply a coincidence, why would they threaten legal recourse? Why would they take down their Guru Larry video that they essentially ripped off? And it's a very scary situation because I don't watch WatchMojo, so I don't know how often that this happens. But seeing people like Lazy Game Reviews, Guru Larry, DreamcastGuy being affected by this means that pretty much anyone can be affected by this. Your channel could be affected by something like this. And it's not something like gameplay. You know what I'm saying? If I upload a gameplay video of me playing a video game and someone wants to use, a minute or two of it in their video, I don't care. It's not my thoughts on the game. It's literally just the game. It's showing footage of a game. That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. If you ever watch one of my videos and you're making a review of a game and you need some gameplay footage, feel free to use my video. I don't even care if you don't credit me. It's gameplay. It's not my thoughts on it. It's not my research based on it. It's not my opinions based on it. It's just straight up footage. But when you take something like opinions, when you take something like a list and try to make it your own, but don't credit where you get it from, it's a very interesting situation. I'm not saying that WatchMojo is guilty in this situation with Max. Obviously, there was some guilt in the Larry Bundy situation. That's point proven. Obviously, they used Lazy Game Reviews footage in a video. That's point proven. The DreamcastGuy situation, it's still up for discussion. It's still up in the air. I'm not saying that they are in the wrong here, but it's a very interesting coincidence. And the reaction based on their findings of Max's video just makes it more suspicious in my opinion. So I'm not going to say either way, if I feel that they ripped off his video or not, but I do want to say, I think the main thing here is you have to protect your content. If you are creating content, if this is your bread and butter, you need to protect your content. And if you feel threatened, if you feel like someone has stolen, something you've done, one of your videos or something, you should not be afraid to speak up about the matter, because a large corporation shouldn't react like this. A large corporation shouldn't be thwarting down the little guy because he has an opinion on a subject you did. Isn't that what YouTube is all about? Isn't that what freedom of speech is all about? I understand that freedom of speech is not freedom from consequence, but what is the consequence here of simply stating your opinion in a very reasonable and tactful manner? Just a very strange situation, and a situation that I wanted to talk about. So I pretty much want to throw the ball to you guys. Based on these two situations, or really three situations with Lazy Game Reviews, what do you think about this? Do you think that WatchMojo is essentially stealing content from other gaming creators? They are a huge channel. They produce tons of videos. There are tons of people that work there. So I can understand them getting inspiration from other videos because, that's just sort of how YouTube works. But where do you draw the line from inspiration to plagiarism is the real question here. So I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. WatchMojo, if you're watching this this video and you feel offended by it and you feel like I'm giving a biased stance on it, feel free to come on the channel. You can contact me via email, via Twitter, social media, the Facebook page. I would be more than willing to hear your guys' position on this. I would, if you want to leave a comment down below just stating your position, that's fine too. I'm not here to blindly accuse you. I'm simply here to state some facts, look over some information, and let people draw their own conclusions. So if you have a retort to this, feel free. Come on the channel if you want. That'd be cool. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think about this situation in the comment section down below. If you like this sort of relaxed style of video with no skits and whatnot, let me know in the comments down below and maybe we'll do some more of these. But I just thought it was an interesting situation. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, check out all my links in the description box down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.
RGT 85, RGT 85. RGT 85.